Hey, 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 homegirl. How are you today? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to MomTell Hour. I let me tell you, today was super busy. And baby, it is hot. Okay. It's hot. Now, I've been complaining about the heat being non-existent. And today, yeah, it was here and it was real. It's hot. So I wanted to make sure I came on here to say, hey, let's chat. The kids have a T-ball game today, and I wanted to make sure that I show up for you and give you this good tea, this mommy tea to sip on before my kids, before their game. So without further ado, my name is Mika. I help moms manage stress and overwhelm to bring peace into the household. A lot of the times, moms are highly stressed out. They are completely overwhelmed. So I committed to helping moms and supporting moms with multiple young children manage the stress and the overwhelm that comes with being a mother to help establish some peace in the household, peace that we deserve and desire and ultimately need as moms. We're raising children. We don't want to have a chaos filled environment full of stress, anxiety, and overwhelm to raise our kids in. We want to try to keep the peace as much as possible so that they can grow and get all of the attention and things that they need, right? So I am here to help. We're going to do this together. And today, I want to talk about one thing that I have learned since becoming a mom. Now, I've learned a ton of things, but today, one thing that I've learned since becoming a mom is that balancing time and energy between my kids, my husband, and my personal social life is hard. It's so hard. It's hard to find a balance to be an individual that pushes out all of those titles. It's hard and you want to do it efficiently. You don't want to half do any of those roles, right? You want to be a good friend. You want to be a good mom and you want to be a good wife or partner, spouse, you know? And then if you work, employee, so um I wanted to talk about the things that I have learned with finding balance, right? Now, one thing that I definitely try to keep in mind is that having balance is understanding for me that there is no balance. It's going to be days when I'm here and it's going to be days where I'm there. It might be days where I'm here too, but each day will look different, you know? And sometimes it may look the same as yesterday, but I needed to remind myself that Mika, it's going to be some changes, and it's going to be some times where you may feel like you stretched too thin because you signed up for too many things at one time. So that's one thing I keep in mind about balance. So I have 6 strategies that I do to help balance my life as a mom, wife, and friend. Number one, have realistic expectations. I had to understand that I can't do everything perfectly all the time. I am more realistic with expectations for myself and avoid putting unnecessary pressure on myself to be perfect in everything. Because come on now, we're not perfect. Can't be perfect, and when you try to be perfect, you reaching up high to levels that are not even meant for you to reach because it's impossible to be perfect, right? Like I used to want my house to be pristine clean all the time, not a drop, not a piece of trash, not a thing out of place. So I would hoop and holler day in and day out to try to perfect my house. But what's perfect? What's a perfect house? You know what I'm saying? Like Mika, with all these kids running around, pristine clean is not gonna happen. It can be close, and it could probably be like that for a day, but it won't be like that all the time. So I have to have realistic expectations. Give me 1 second. I need you to go away. I'm busy right now. I'm busy right now, so you have to go and talk. You need to go and talk to your dad. Thanks. My apologies, but you know how it is when you have kids. I even told my husband, like, I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna do the MomTell hour chat. Can you come out the office so you can keep an eye out and listen? He was sitting right at the island in the middle of the kitchen. She just came from outside. You have to walk past the island to the steps to get to my room. What was he doing? But anyway, so I try to keep realistic expectations, not striving for perfection. I had to be comfortable with knowing that it's okay for things to not be okay, like pristine, clean, okay. You know what I'm saying? Number two, ask for help. Now, a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm not gonna ask for help. I can do it by myself. These my kids, so I'm gonna do it. I don't need nobody holding it against me later or feeling like I owe them something. Sis, use help. It's not meant for you to do it by yourself. You know what I mean? You have a support system that is there to help you. If you don't, get you. You need somebody to help you sort out those thoughts, give you advice, give you some tips, help you organize. Like it's okay. You can't do everything by yourself. You can't be in multiple places at one time, at the same time. Utilize help. I ask for help, and I also include my kids and my husband in household chores. I do. If I have to do homework, I have my husband straighten up my room because I have to do my homework. Or if the kids need baths, hey, can you go in their room, lay out their clothes, pajamas, whatever. Same thing with the kids. While I'm folding these clothes, you're gonna come and get your piles and you're gonna take them to your room and you're gonna put them in your drawers. It's okay. Get help. It's better to teach your kids to work together. Utilize teamwork in your household so they know we doing this because this is how our house will best operate together. I help my brother. I help my sister. I help my mom. My mom helps me. My dad helps me. They need to know that they can say, hey, I need help, and they get it. You don't want to show your kids that they should do everything by themselves, no matter what. Yeah, it's cool to be independent to a certain extent. You ask for help if you need help. It's fine. Communicate that. I delegate tasks that can be done by others to give me time to do other important things. Because again, I can't do everything at one time. I just can't. Like now, I needed to do this video for you all, for us. So I need my husband to take care of the kids. Babe, I need you to watch them real quick. They got T-ball in a couple minutes, all their clothes laid out already, their uniforms and stuff. So you just gotta put that on when it's time, and I'll meet y'all when I'm finished. You could delegate. Same thing with the kids. Hey, come and get all these shoes up out this front door, from this front door, which I had them do today. Get in this car, get all this trash, all your toys out of my car, take them in the house, put it where it go. Bring your dirty clothes baskets to the laundry room. You see what I'm saying? Delegate. It's okay. Hey, mom, can you pick up the kids today while I run to the grocery store and grab dinner? Because I didn't get a chance to do it earlier. Ask for help. There's nothing wrong with that. They either gonna say, yeah, they can do it, or no, they can't. But at least if they say yes, you have the opportunity to do something else. Communicate. That's number three. Number three, communicate. I communicate openly with my husband or a close friend. Good communication is essential in maintaining a healthy relationship with your spouse. I share my feelings, concerns, and my challenges. I'm very vocal about that. I tell him when I'm overwhelmed, I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm underwater. I'm drowning right now. It's too much going on. I don't have the bandwidth to answer another question. I don't have the bandwidth to talk to another kid. I just ain't got it. I communicate how I'm feeling. Hey, thank you so much for picking the kids up, mom. Thank you. Because I just didn't know how I was gonna do. Like, it's just communication, just being open with communicating your feelings, not necessarily complaining. You can vent without complaining. You know what I mean? I mean, we may complain here and there, but let's try to just communicate openly, get comfortable with sharing how we feel, be comfortable with saying, like, yo, I really appreciate, or hey, I'm so stressed out. How do you deal with? Just get comfortable with communicating. I look to working together to find solutions and support one another in managing the demands of parenting and marriage. Yes, with my spouse, I sure do. We sit down and we problem solve. You know, we map out what the issues are and how we gonna fix them. First and foremost, taking it to the Lord, but that's another conversation because He's first and foremost up in this house. Okay, but yeah, we sit down and we talk with one another, and I support him and his feelings. If he tells me he's feeling, you know, a certain kind of way or overwhelmed and stressed with work or whatever, hey, I got you. Tap in, communicate, because nobody can read your mind. Number four, quality over quantity. I focus on quality time with my kids rather than the quantity of time that I spend with them. Short periods of focused attention make a big difference in strengthening our bond with them. We do activities that we enjoy together and create special moments within our daily routines. We do. Like on the ride to school or camp, because they're in camp right now. Um, it's not a long, it is a long ride, but I'm not even really concerned about the time frame that we get to have with each other. But the conversations that we have, I try to make sure that they're engaging. We talk about what we're gonna do when we get out of camp. I ask them what's their favorite thing about camp. Um, they got stories to tell. I'm listening, I'm responding. We'll listen to some Bible stories. I'll pause it and we'll talk about what they were just saying. What did they think? How would they handle that? Like, I really take pride in the quality of our time together, not necessarily how long we're together. Even if it's a short time while I'm combing their hair. Talk to me. What's up? I'm doing hair. If I'm in there getting their clothes ready, talking to my son, that's usually the time where he got to tell me everything. When I'm in his room, get his stuff together, that's when he like, Mom, guess what? Because I don't do his hair anymore. So that's his time to go ahead and give me the rundown. So try to focus on the quality of time that you spend. Even with my husband, I try to stay, you know, mindful of pouring into him instead of how long we are together. The short moments, they count, a little flirting here, a little flirting there. It don't have to be a long, drawn out, conversation or anything like that. Just short and sweet, quick little check-ins. How you feeling? You good? You look a little, you good? So quality time is better than the duration of time. A lot of people are like, that was just 10 minutes. But what we doing in 10 minutes, sis? A lot. That was number 4, quality over quantity. Number 5, set boundaries and manage expectations. I establish clear boundaries with my kids, my husband, as well as myself. I'm sure to communicate my limitations, excuse me, and make sure everyone understands. I set reasonable expectations for myself and avoid feeling guilty for not being able to do everything. Remember, it's okay to say no or ask for help when needed. So my kids know after a certain time, no TV. You know what I mean? That's a boundary. They know when mommy is in the bed for the night, that's it. Good night. I'll see you in the morning. There's no coming in my room, knocking on the door, unless there's an emergency. But that is the boundary because that's my me time. I tell them, like, hey, it's my time now. I made sure y'all was good. Y'all ate, bathed, hugs and kisses. Y'all watching your TV show or your nap time music is on, so you know it's time to go to bed. Those are boundaries that I set with my kids. Even with myself, I cut off work time. If I have some work to do for my business, for Mommiversity, I make sure I'm not doing it all night. I have a cutoff time because I could get consumed and be deep in it. And I can, block out everybody around me and be in it. Then I'm overwhelmed and stressed out and tired and sleepy the next day because I stayed up all night. So I have to create that boundary of, that's enough. That's enough. I just try to tell my husband the same thing, like, stop answering emails at 7 p.m. Why are you replying to emails at 7 p.m.? Your day ended at 5, right? So now those people, they're like, oh, I'm going to message him because he going to answer no matter what time it is. So you always working? You have to set boundaries for you and others. Yeah, so set those boundaries and don't feel guilty because you have to make sure you're good. You don't want to overdo it, overwork yourself, and you want to teach your family members the same things. Just like your kids can have boundaries with who plays with what, who's in their personal space. I'm sorry, but I'm going to need 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet. And they can be okay with that boundary and not have to feel guilty about it. I'm sorry, but I don't let people hold or touch my hair. That's a boundary. Your kids should be comfortable with saying, like, no, that's not okay with me. It's okay to set those boundaries with their friends too, without being nasty and mean and rude. You know what I mean? That was number 5. Number 6, be present. When spending time with my family and my friends, I make an effort to be fully present. I'm engaged in the conversation. I try to put my phone down, or we talk about something, I'm sharing things with them from my phone or something I've read, maybe we can laugh at a video or two, but I try to make sure that I'm engaged with the people that I am with at that time. I'm not giving my time to others in that moment. Right now, this is with whoever I'm with. I do my best to engage in the moment, giving my undivided attention to the person or the task at hand. If I have emails to send out, I try to make sure I stay in that moment. Be present in that moment, send out those emails, and finish the task before I move on to something else. Or instead of trying to engage with other people while I to be fully present in what I am doing at that time. Mindset is a major, major, major thing. It's very important in motherhood, in life. Your mindset controls everything you do, how you act, and everything. So I try to be present and I try to acknowledge how I'm feeling in that present moment as well. I'm angry. I try to, make sure I address those feelings. Why am I angry? What can I do to fix it? And I can't go into the next moment like that. I don't worry about an hour from now. Let's talk about or let's handle right now, this present moment. If I'm with you in this present moment, I'm with you in this present moment. You get it? You get me? I mean, like being present creates those meaningful connections. It does with self and whoever you're with. You're more focused and attentive. So, recap 6 ways to manage or find balance. Have realistic expectations. We're not aiming for perfection. Progress over perfection. Ask for help. Number 2, ask for help. It's okay. Let people help you. You do not have to do it alone at all. Communicate. Number 3, communicate. Be open with your feelings and your thoughts. Get it out, establish healthy relationships, and yeah, talk things through. Whether it's your spouse, your friends, work relationships, mom, dad, siblings. Be open with your communication. Stop, don't bottle things in or hold back because after a while it can fester into something else, you know? And then if it's good things, you want to communicate those good things to people, show your appreciation, let them know that you're grateful for them and vice versa. They should be doing the same, you know? Number 4, quality over quantity. Focus on the quality time that you're spending, not the length of time. Focus on what you guys are talking about in that moment, the meat of the conversation, the important stuff. Over how long? Because what matters is what you do in that moment to create memories, to make sure that your kids feel you are there, so take note of those special moments. Quality over quantity. Number 5, set boundaries. Set them for you and others. You need them. It's okay to say no. It's all right. It be okay. And it may not be no all the time. So you don't be miss no. People ain't gonna be like, she always say no, so I don't ask her. No, that ain't the case. But it's okay to say no. And be present. Be present in the moment. Be present in the moment to create those meaningful connections. All of those things create balance because you don't feel like you're stretched out too thin. You got your boundaries in place. You're spending that quality time. It doesn't matter how long. You're present in the moment while you're there. So the people that you are with, they don't feel like you just doing it, just to be doing it. They actually feel you are in with them. They'll like that you have created a balance, that you worked it out. You ask for help so that you're not doing things by yourself where you're unavailable to be a part of your husband's activities, your kids' activities, your social activities with your friends. You're not overwhelmed and consumed. You're available because you created that balance. So, do you need support? I'm looking for moms that are overwhelmed. If you know someone that can benefit from this, share it. Do not gatekeep. No gatekeeping. I'm doing this for all my moms. We all need to be supporting one another. I've accepted the assignment, sis. So do you need support? If you do, text Mommyhood to 833-273-7193. And I can give you some more deeper support. Okay. Finding balance is an ongoing process, and it's normal to have ups and downs. Be patient with yourself, adjust as needed, and remember that taking care of your own well-being is crucial for maintaining a healthy balance between your family and your friends. If you have any questions, send me a message. You can email me at mikacreates@mommiversity.com, or you can send me a private message here in Facebook, Mommiversity of Mommyhood, or Mika Creates Mommiversity of Mommyhood. Or you can reach me on Instagram at at Mommiversity _. I'm available. I'm open and I'm willing to talk and engage. Let me know, is there something that that you benefit from? Is it something that someone else can benefit from? Let me know. What do you think? Is there something you want to talk about? Should we be touching on something else? Let's do it. Let's work together. All right. Time for me to get these kids together for this T-ball game. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see y'all later. Peace.